Imagine owning a car that turns heads everywhere it goes. Sleek lines, unmistakable Italian flair, a presence that commands attention on any street. Alfa Romeo has been crafting such machines for over a century, blending artistry with engineering in a way few brands can match. But alongside that undeniable beauty lies a more complicated story. Owning an Alfa Romeo often means embracing a relationship filled with both passion and frustration. These cars aren't just vehicles, they're emotional investments. They promise exhilaration and style, yet sometimes deliver mechanical quirks and challenges that test even the most devoted enthusiasts. This tension, this paradox between allure and adversity, defines the Alfa Romeo experience. It's why owners speak of their cars with a mix of pride and exasperation, why these vehicles inspire fierce loyalty despite the occasional heartbreak. The romance of Alfa Romeo is not just in the drive or the design, it's in the journey itself, with all its highs and lows. To truly understand what makes these cars so captivating, we need to look beyond the surface and explore the roots of this complex bond. This blend of artistry and imperfection has created a legacy that continues to captivate and challenge car lovers worldwide. To understand this complex relationship, we start by diving into Alfa Romeo's rich history and how it shaped the brand's identity. Before Alfa Romeo was a dream in driveways, it was a force on the racetrack, rewriting motorsport history. Founded in 1910 in Milan, Alfa Romeo quickly embraced racing as a core part of its identity. From the earliest days, the brand sought to prove itself on the circuits of Europe, where speed and engineering excellence were the ultimate tests. Success came swiftly and famously. Alfa Romeo's cars dominated Grand Prix racing in the 1920s and 1930s, capturing the imagination of a continent hungry for innovation and drama. Legendary drivers like Tadzio Nuvolari and Giuseppe Campari didn't just race these machines. They became intertwined with the brand's mythos, embodying a blend of daring and skill that few could rival. This early racing pedigree was no accident. Alfa Romeo's engineering philosophy was shaped by the demands of motorsport, where every component had to perform flawlessly under extreme conditions. The lightweight yet powerful engines, advanced suspension systems, and attention to aerodynamic detail were developed on the track, then filtered into their road cars. This connection between competition and production gave Alfa Romeo models a spirited edge that enthusiasts still cherish today. It wasn't just about speed. It was about crafting cars that felt alive, responsive, and uniquely engaging. The racing heritage also forged a distinctive image. Alfa Romeo became synonymous with passion, flair, and a refusal to settle for anything ordinary. This reputation drew a devoted following, especially among those who valued driving as an art form rather than mere transportation. However, the brand's track record was not without its challenges. The intense focus on performance sometimes meant compromises in reliability, a trait that would echo into later decades and contribute to the complex relationship owners have with their cars. Yet the allure of that racing spirit continued to shine through. Alfa Romeo's victories and near-mythical status on the circuits of Europe created a foundation of prestige and excitement that few manufacturers could match. This legacy is why even today, decades after those early triumphs, Alfa Romeo holds a special place in the hearts of car enthusiasts. They recognize that behind the beautiful curves and stirring engines lies a story of grit, innovation, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. This relentless pursuit of perfection on the racetrack also fostered a culture of innovation within Alfa Romeo's engineering teams. They constantly pushed boundaries, experimenting with new materials, technologies, and design philosophies that would later influence the automotive industry as a whole. The brand's commitment to blending cutting-edge technology with Italian craftsmanship created cars that were not only fast, but also beautifully designed and emotionally engaging. This synergy between technical mastery and artistic expression became a hallmark of Alfa Romeo, setting it apart in a crowded market and inspiring generations of drivers who sought more than just transportation. They wanted an experience. From the adrenaline of racing, Alfa Romeo translated its spirit into groundbreaking production models that captured imaginations worldwide. From sleek coupes to nimble roadsters, Alfa Romeo's designs have consistently pushed boundaries. Take the Giulietta, for example. Introduced in the mid-1950s, it marked a significant departure from the bulky, utilitarian cars of the time. The Giulietta was compact yet elegant, blending Italian flair with a sporty spirit that made it a favorite among drivers who craved both style and substance. Its lightweight body and responsive handling delivered a driving experience that felt genuinely alive, a quality that remains a hallmark of Alfa Romeo's DNA. Across the Atlantic, the Giulietta quickly became a symbol of sophistication and passion, especially among American enthusiasts who appreciated its European charm and spirited performance. Then came the Spider, a car that seemed to embody the very essence of open-air freedom. Its graceful lines and inviting cockpit made it an instant classic, captivating a generation that dreamed of cruising coastal highways with the wind in their hair. The Spider wasn't just about looks. It offered precise steering and a lively engine that rewarded drivers willing to explore its limits. This model's popularity soared in the United States, boosted by its appearances in films and its association with a carefree, stylish lifestyle. The Spider's design was timeless, yet it carried the quirks and mechanical nuances that Alfa Romeo fans knew well, a reminder that beauty often demands attention and care. Meanwhile, the GTV series pushed Alfa Romeo further into the realm of performance coupes. With its bold, aggressive stance and powerful engines, the GTV appealed to those who sought excitement behind the wheel without sacrificing elegance. The car's engineering showcased innovations that enhanced both speed and handling, making it a worthy successor to the brand's racing heritage. In the American market, the GTV was seen as a statement, a car that challenged the dominance of domestic sports cars while offering something distinctly European. It wasn't just a vehicle, it was an experience, one that connected drivers to decades of Alfa Romeo tradition. These models didn't just capture attention, they ignited passion. Their designs influenced automotive styling and inspired a loyal following that admired their blend of artistry and engineering. Yet, their appeal wasn't merely skin-deep. Each car reflected Alfa Romeo's commitment to creating machines that communicated a unique driving sensation, one that was vibrant, engaging, and sometimes demanding. It's important to recognize that while these cars earned their place in the hearts of many, the romance of ownership often came with challenges. Mechanical intricacies and the brand's particular approach to engineering meant that owning an Alfa Romeo required dedication. The very features that made these cars thrilling to drive could also test patience and resolve. Still, for enthusiasts, the rewards often outweighed the struggles, cementing these models as icons not only of design, but of an emotional connection few other cars could match. Yet, behind these celebrated designs lay engineering choices that wouldn't always translate into carefree ownership. Beneath every Alfa Romeo's alluring curves lies a complex mechanical heart that beats differently from other cars. Alfa Romeo has long been celebrated for its innovative engineering, a blend of performance-driven technology and a certain artisanal flair. At the core of many of its most iconic models is the twin-cam engine, a design that was both advanced and demanding. This engine layout, with two overhead camshafts operating the valves, allowed for higher revs and better breathing, delivering a driving experience that was both lively and precise. It's a signature feature that set Alfa apart, giving their cars a distinctive edge in responsiveness and sound. Yet, this engineering brilliance came with a caveat. The twin-cam engine required meticulous assembly and maintenance. Valve adjustments, timing belt replacements, and tuning were tasks that demanded both expertise and patience. For the average owner, this meant a hands-on relationship with the car, not just a casual affair. Beyond the engine, Alfa Romeo's suspension systems further underscored the brand's commitment to driving dynamics. Many models featured sophisticated setups like double wishbone front suspensions and live rear axles with carefully calibrated geometry. These components worked together to provide nimble handling and an engaging feel on the road. However, such complexity also introduced challenges. Worn bushings, delicate joints, and the need for frequent alignment checks could turn routine maintenance into a more involved process. Moreover, some materials and parts used in earlier decades didn't always stand the test of time, requiring owners to seek specialized knowledge or parts that were increasingly scarce outside Europe. The engineering philosophy at Alfa Romeo has always favored driving pleasure over ease of ownership. This sometimes meant that reliability took a back seat to performance and style. Electrical systems in certain models, for example, have been known to be temperamental, with wiring and components that could be sensitive to moisture and age. Meanwhile, carburetors, essential for fuel delivery in many classic Alfas, demanded regular tuning to keep the engine running smoothly. Such quirks didn't deter enthusiasts. Rather, they forged a deeper bond between car and driver. Owners often found themselves learning the intricacies of their vehicles, becoming amateur mechanics to keep the spirit of the car alive. This relationship transforms ownership into something almost personal, a journey of understanding and care. Alfa Romeo's engineering choices created vehicles that were thrilling to drive, but also required a level of commitment that tested patience and skill. The very elements that made these cars captivating, their mechanical artistry and spirited performance, also introduced an unpredictable side to ownership. It's a delicate balance of passion and perseverance, where every maintenance challenge is met with a renewed appreciation for the car's character. To grasp the full ownership experience, we must hear directly from those who live the triumphs and trials of Alfa Romeo ownership. For many, owning an Alfa Romeo is more than possession. It's an emotional journey filled with both joy and heartbreak. Take Mark, a longtime Alfa enthusiast from Ohio, who recalls his first ride in a 1967 Giulia Spider. He describes the moment as pure magic. The way the engine sang, the steering felt alive in his hands, and the car seemed to respond to his every command. But that enchantment was tempered by frequent visits to the mechanic, as the car's delicate engineering demanded constant attention. Still, Mark says the challenges never outweighed the thrill of driving an Alfa. Then there's Linda, who inherited her father's Alfa Romeo GTV from the late 1970s. For her, the car is a family heirloom and a symbol of cherished memories. She talks about weekend meetups with other Alfa owners, where the shared passion creates a strong sense of community. But she also candidly admits to the frustration of tracking down rare parts and the anxiety that comes with every unexpected rattle or warning light. These stories reveal a pattern familiar to many Alfa owners, a blend of admiration and exasperation. John, a retired engineer in California, owns a 1985 Alfa Romeo Spider that he lovingly restored over several years. He speaks about the deep satisfaction that comes from working on the car himself, peeling back layers of history and piecing it back to life. Yet, he acknowledges how the process tested his patience and skill, often pushing him to the brink. Despite all this, he wouldn't trade the experience for a more reliable ride. What emerges clearly from these accounts is a profound loyalty rooted in passion. Alfa owners often describe their cars with affectionate nicknames, treating them less like machines and more like companions. They speak of the unique blend of style, sound, and performance that creates an almost magnetic connection. But that connection is intertwined with moments of disappointment, breakdowns at inopportune times, the hunt for elusive components, and the steep learning curve that ownership demands. Still, these stories aren't just about mechanical hardships. They're about the emotional highs, the exhilaration of open roads, the pride of showing off a rare classic, the friendships forged at Alfa clubs and rallies. This duality, the beauty and the struggle, is what shapes the Alfa Romeo experience. It's a reminder that sometimes the most rewarding relationships require effort and resilience. Many owners also highlight the emotional resilience required to maintain these cars. The unpredictability of repairs often means plans are disrupted, yet the anticipation of getting back behind the wheel keeps their spirits high. This ongoing commitment fosters a deeper appreciation not only for the engineering, but for the heritage and identity that Alfa Romeo represents. It's this blend of devotion and perseverance that truly defines the ownership experience. The Alente showed what can happen when ambition outruns execution. But decades earlier, Chevrolet had already learned how quickly an unconventional design could become the center of a national controversy. Behind the beauty, Alfa Romeo ownership often means rolling up sleeves and becoming part mechanic. These cars, celebrated for their design and driving feel, come with a reputation for demanding more than just routine upkeep. Electrical gremlins are among the most common headaches. Owners frequently recount issues with wiring and switches that seem to fail without warning, turning simple tasks like turning on headlights or the windshield wipers into frustrating puzzles. This isn't just about inconvenience. It's a reminder that Alfa Romeo's complexity can be a double-edged sword. Parts scarcity adds another layer of challenge. Unlike more mainstream brands, finding replacement components often requires patience and persistence. Some parts are no longer in production, forcing owners to rely on specialized suppliers or even salvage yards. This scarcity can drive up costs and extend repair times, testing the resolve of even the most dedicated enthusiasts. On top of that, the mechanical systems themselves are intricate and sometimes idiosyncratic. The engines and transmissions, while impressive in performance, can be temperamental. Carburetors needing constant tuning, delicate timing chains, and sensitive fuel systems all demand a careful hand and mechanical knowledge. It's not unusual for owners to become amateur mechanics, learning the quirks and nuances that keep their Alfa running smoothly. The maintenance effort is more than just routine oil changes and brake pads. It's a commitment to understanding the car's character and responding to its needs with both patience and skill. Yet this labor of love also fosters a unique bond. Owners often speak of the satisfaction that comes from diagnosing and fixing issues themselves, turning frustrations into achievements. It's a relationship that goes beyond ownership, almost a partnership between driver and machine. Still, the time and money required can be significant. Repairs may take longer and cost more than expected, especially when specialized knowledge or rare parts are involved. For some, this can be a deal breaker. For others, it's part of the Alfa Romeo mystique. These challenges explain why the brand's community plays such an essential role. Specialist mechanics, clubs, and online forums offer support, advice, and shared experience that help lighten the load. They become a lifeline, connecting owners who understand the trials and joys of keeping these cars on the road. The passion that fuels Alfa ownership isn't just about the car's beauty or performance. It's about perseverance, problem-solving, and being part of a tradition that values craftsmanship and character. Many Alfa Romeo owners also find that regular preventative maintenance is key to avoiding major breakdowns. This means dedicating time to frequent inspections, fluid changes, and adjustments that might seem excessive compared to more modern or mainstream vehicles. However, this proactive approach often pays off, preserving the car's performance and reliability, and deepening the owner's appreciation for the engineering and craftsmanship behind every component. The Corvair showed how engineering and public perception can shape a car's legacy. The next story was different, a mechanical crisis that damaged American confidence in an entire fuel technology. At a time when fuel prices were reshaping America, General Motors believed diesel power was the answer, but one troubled engine would leave drivers with a very different memory. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, GM introduced the Oldsmobile 5.7-liter diesel V8 with high hopes. It was a bold attempt to offer an American-made diesel passenger car engine that could deliver better fuel economy without sacrificing the power and performance Americans expected. But what followed was a cautionary tale of rushed development and unexpected mechanical weaknesses that would come to define the era's diesel reputation in the United States. The Oldsmobile diesel was essentially a modified version of the existing gasoline V8, converted hurriedly to meet the rising demand for fuel-efficient vehicles. Unfortunately, this haste came at a cost. The engine suffered from a range of serious issues, including cracked cylinder heads, blown gaskets, and premature wear on critical components. These problems often led to catastrophic engine failures, leaving owners stranded and repairs painfully expensive. The diesel's complexity and the limited experience of American mechanics with diesel technology at the time only compounded the frustration. As these mechanical failures mounted, consumer confidence eroded quickly. What was supposed to be an efficient, reliable alternative became synonymous with trouble and expense. Dealers found themselves overwhelmed with warranty claims, and GM's reputation took a hit that extended beyond just the Oldsmobile brand. For many American drivers, the diesel passenger car became a symbol of disappointment and distrust. This crisis was not just about one engine. It had a lasting impact on the perception of diesel technology in the United States, slowing its acceptance for decades. While diesel engines thrived in Europe and found success in trucks and heavy equipment, American passenger car buyers remained wary. The Oldsmobile diesel left a shadow that made manufacturers cautious about investing in diesel passenger cars for years to come. Looking back, the Oldsmobile 5.7 diesel represents a pivotal moment when ambition collided with engineering challenges and market realities. It's a reminder that innovation without thorough development and testing can quickly turn promise into heartbreak. This chapter in automotive history underscores how crucial trust is between manufacturers and consumers, and how easily it can be lost. The fallout from the Oldsmobile diesel's failures also influenced how automakers approached innovation and risk in powertrain development. It highlighted the dangers of prioritizing market trends over thorough engineering validation. Additionally, it served as a case study in how consumer perception can be shaped as much by reliability and service experience as by technical specifications. This episode reinforced the importance of aligning product promise with real-world performance to maintain brand loyalty and customer satisfaction. The Oldsmobile diesel damaged trust in an entire type of engine, while the next car showed how an inexpensive compact could lose buyers through a long list of everyday frustrations. Can Alfa Romeo's new generation of cars marry cutting-edge technology with the brand's timeless soul? In recent years, Alfa Romeo has sought to reclaim its place on the automotive stage by blending its rich heritage with modern engineering. Models like the Giulia sedan and Stelvio SUV exemplify this effort, cars that aim to deliver both emotional appeal and refined performance. The Giulia, with its sharp lines and aggressive stance, recalls the brand's sporty past, but is built on a platform designed to meet contemporary standards of safety and efficiency. Under the hood, advanced turbocharged engines and sophisticated suspension setups offer a driving experience that's both thrilling and composed, a noticeable step forward from some of the brand's earlier mechanical quirks. Equally significant is the Stelvio, Alfa Romeo's first SUV in decades, which combines practicality with the brand's signature flair. It's a nod to changing market demands without sacrificing the driving dynamics enthusiasts expect. But the question remains, have these modern Alphas finally addressed the reliability issues that long plagued owners? While there have been improvements, especially in build quality and electronics, some owners still report challenges. Software glitches and maintenance costs can still catch owners off guard, though these problems are less frequent and less severe than in classic models. What's clear is that Alfa Romeo's contemporary lineup strives to maintain the emotional connection that has always defined the brand. The distinctive Italian design, the engaging driving character, and the proud heritage remain front and center. For new owners, this means embracing a car that's more dependable, but still carries that unique spark that sets Alfa Romeo apart. This delicate balance between innovation and tradition is no small feat. It reflects a brand aware of its past, but determined to evolve in a competitive global market. One of the most compelling aspects of modern Alfa Romeo vehicles is how they manage to evoke passion without sacrificing practicality. The interiors, for instance, showcase a thoughtful blend of luxury materials and driver-focused layouts, creating an environment that feels both sophisticated and alive. Technology integration, such as infotainment systems and driver assistance features, is designed to enhance convenience without overwhelming the driver, preserving the tactile, engaging experience Alfa Romeo is known for. Moreover, the brand's commitment to performance is evident not only in engine output, but in the meticulous tuning of chassis and steering, which deliver a connection to the road that few competitors can match. This approach appeals to enthusiasts who crave excitement, but also to everyday drivers seeking a reliable companion. While Alfa Romeo continues to refine its engineering and address past shortcomings, it is this unique combination of heritage-inspired design and modern innovation that defines the brand's identity today, making each drive a memorable experience for owners new and old alike. As Alfa Romeo moves forward, the legacy of its beautiful yet challenging cars remains a story worth telling. At the heart of every Alfa Romeo owner is a story of commitment fueled by something beyond mere transportation. It's a connection forged through emotion, history, and the unique experience these cars offer. Many who have lived through the trials of ownership will tell you that despite the quirks, the mechanical puzzles, and the unexpected repairs, the allure of driving an Alfa is unlike any other. It's not simply about getting from point A to point B. It's about the thrill of the journey itself. Enthusiasts speak of the way an Alfa's engine sings, the way its steering communicates the road beneath, and the unmistakable character found in every curve and detail of the design. This isn't just a car, it's a companion that demands attention and rewards passion. Beyond the visceral driving experience, there's a deep sense of pride tied to owning an Alfa Romeo. The brand's storied past, filled with racing heritage and bold innovation, creates a legacy that owners feel part of. When you park your Alfa among more conventional vehicles, it stands out, not just for its looks, but for what it represents. A statement of individuality and a celebration of automotive artistry. Owners often describe this pride as a bond that persists, even when the car is in the shop or when maintenance becomes a challenge. It's a loyalty born from understanding the brand's imperfections as part of its character, not flaws to be hidden. Many Alfa Romeo owners are also part of a community that shares this passion. Clubs, meetups, and online forums offer spaces where stories are swapped, technical advice is exchanged, and friendships are built. This camaraderie reinforces the emotional investment, turning what could be frustrating experiences into shared adventures. Mechanical challenges, while real, are often met with determination rather than resignation. Owners learn their car's quirks, develop a hands-on approach, and sometimes even take pride in solving problems that might discourage others. It's a relationship that demands patience and rewards persistence. Experts emphasize that Alfa Romeo's appeal lies in this blend of beauty, performance, and challenge. The brand doesn't promise perfection, but it offers an engaging, dynamic connection between driver and machine that's rare in today's world of polished, predictable vehicles. For many, owning an Alfa is a statement about prioritizing passion over convenience, experience over efficiency. It's about embracing a legacy that values emotion and individuality as much as engineering. This profound connection helps explain why, despite the hurdles, Alfa Romeo continues to inspire devotion. This enduring passion is further fueled by the unique stories each owner shares. Tales of memorable drives, personal milestones, and moments where the car felt like an extension of themselves. It's this personal narrative woven with the brand's history that transforms ownership into a lifelong journey, making every challenge worthwhile. Understanding this profound connection brings us to the closing reflections on Alfa Romeo's enduring legacy. Alfa Romeo isn't just about cars, it's about a timeless relationship between machine and driver. Throughout this journey, we've seen how these vehicles captivate with their breathtaking design and spirited performance, yet also challenge their owners with quirks and mechanical frustrations. That tension between beauty and imperfection is what makes Alfa Romeo so compelling. It's a bond that goes beyond reliability or convenience. It's about passion, commitment, and an appreciation for artistry on wheels. For many enthusiasts, driving an Alfa is like holding a piece of living history, a reminder that automotive design once embraced emotion as much as engineering. Yes, the maintenance might demand patience, and the road trips may come with unexpected detours, but those trials become part of the story. They deepen the connection and create memories that pure practicality can never match. Alfa Romeo's legacy is woven from this blend of allure and adversity, a brand that invites drivers to embrace both the thrill and the challenge. If you've ever been drawn to an Alfa, you understand that the journey is as rewarding as the destination. Whether you're a longtime fan or just starting to explore, there's always more to discover beneath those elegant curves. What is it about Alfa Romeo that speaks to you? Share your experience in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this exploration, consider subscribing for more stories that celebrate the heart behind the machines. For those drawn to this romance, the journey is as rewarding as the destination.